All right, folks, getting ready for second game for the Fredericton Canadiens in the Ed here in Summerside. Your Canadiens wearing the white jerseys today. Home team wears white at the Ed, or home team wears light, I should say. Bedford Blues will be in the navy. Bedford Blues coming from, of course, Nova Scotia. First time facing them this season. Haven't seen them yet. We'll see how it goes. Starting goaltender for today will be Cam McFarland. And quick note that Gilbert wearing Este's white jersey, not his own. So I'll try to keep that correct as we move along in this game. Getting ready for face-off here. Starting off for the Canadiens, it looks like it will be the line of Markowski with Keegan Stella, Beckett McShane, Scott and Miller starting us out on the blue line. McFarland in net, ready to go. 12 minutes on the clock. Looks like everyone's ready. And puck drop, we're underway. Quickly to Keegan Stella, under pressure from the Blues. He goes to D. Miller. Miller passes up to Markowski, just gets under his stick and comes back out in the neutral zone. Markowski's going to take that though. Markowski has McShane. McShane into the slot, doubles back, goes for the cross pass over to Stella. Stella now, he's going to push that back down deep. Down behind the net, Markowski picks it up, trying to get it to McShane. Bedford comes away with it. Markowski takes it back. Markowski out front, plays it back. Now it's Stella trying to get a stick on it. They do get it out to the half wall though. Stolen away though by Beckett McShane. Plays it down to Miller. Miller under pressure now, doubles back the other way. Nope, decides to go in behind the net. Miller still under pressure, goes to Scott. Scott now in behind the net, has it stolen away. Down low, Scott regains possession, doubles back the other way, goes to Miller. Miller to Stella. Stella making his way through the neutral zone, under pressure, but he's got a shot right to the net. Fires, that's wide of the net. Rebounds picked up on the half wall as the Canadiens go for a change. Gargano keeps that in. Markowski picks it up. Markowski and Gargano working together, but the Blues get it, and they're making their way through the neutral zone. Good job by Hoyt as he takes that out. Blues are offside. They're going to have to tag up. That allows Chase Stella time. Stella goes for the middle pass to McDougall, bouncing puck to Dara, and Bedford takes it. Chase Stella gets a stick on that. McDougall's there as well. Bedford still with control. McDougall pressuring, and now Stella through traffic, shot on net, saved by McFarland. Bedford picks it back up. They play it back to their D, and they go back the other way. That goes high off the glass. McDougall gets there, trying to play it up to Gargano, but Bedford keeps it in. Down low is Hoyt. Hoyt picks it up. He's going to bail it down. That's going to be an icing call, and we'll get the first stoppage of play in the first period, heading back down to the Canadian zone. Coming out for the Canadiens is Shepherd, Paisley, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert, and Miller. Playing off the draw. Wins it, gets it to Shepherd. Shepherd trying to get it up to Gilbert. He runs into a bit of Bedford there. Comes away, Bedford. Kirkpatrick intercepts that shot opportunity. Down low, it's going to come around to Paisley. Paisley looking to get it to Kirkpatrick. Nope, Paisley goes wide, but it's taken away at the blue line. And Bedford gets a shot, and it's a save by McFarland as the cross-ice pass was intercepted right at the blue line by Bedford. So it'll be a face-off coming up in the Canadian zone, and a quick change for the Canadiens here as they bring out McShane, Stella, Markowski. Off the draw, comes right back to Bedford, but that's stolen away by Markowski. Markowski now has it. Markowski driving towards the net, poked away, McShane, that's a blocked shot. Bedford steals it back. And now Paisley's on the good play by Paisley. Steals that away. Paisley making his way around, looking to play it up. Plays it up, looking for Stella. Stella has it in the neutral zone, has Markowski with him. It's played back though, as the Canadiens were on a change, but they are in position now. Miller from his knees, and Markowski steals it away. Markowski up to the half wall, plays it forward, looking to get it to Stella, but Miller is intercepted. That plays out front, intercepted. Intercepted again and again, Markowski, and it looks like a penalty is going to be called. And it's going to be Stella going to the box. So we're going to go to a penalty kill here. I did see one of the Bedford players fall out front. So I'm guessing it's a tripping penalty. So out for the penalty kill, we will have Gilbert Kirkpatrick. Paisley off the draw. Paisley tries to get it back. They go D, save, and clear it out front. Down low, Miller trying to get it out. Bouncing puck, gets past. Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick pressuring. Kirkpatrick still pressuring down low. They get it back. Kirkpatrick down in the corner. He tries to pick it up. Coming back the other way. Bedford goes D to D. And now Gilbert gets a stick on it, and that's going to get played out. That's played out. And now, good job there by Miller. Miller clears it down the ice. Kirkpatrick, he's taken off as McDougall comes off the bench, tries to get a stick on it. Gargano coming back the other way is Bedford. They go pass into the slot. Bouncing puck out front. Gargano trying to clear it, and it's going to get cleared into the neutral zone. And now McDougall. We don't have a McDonald. That's picked up. And Chase Stella plays it back down. McDougall gets a piece of it. Bedford gets it back. Less than a minute to go here on the power play for Bedford. McDougall on the back check. Bedford plays it over and in. Gargano and Hoyt there. Shot saved by McFarland. Down low. Bedford has possession. They play it up. They're going to go back to the D. McDougall now. And now Stella. Nice. Stella gets a stick on that. Plays it down. 33 seconds to go here on the penalty kill. Stella. They go back to the D. McDougall now. And now Gargano. They go back the other way. It's going to be a shot blocked and saved out front. And Hoyt trying to get a stick on it. He does. Gargano now. Gargano fires it down the ice. And Bedford setting it back up as Dara comes out. And now McLean trying to get a stick on it. Good job as Dara and McLean work together there. We're back even. 6.5 to go. That's going to come around the other way. And now Paisley trying to get there. He does. Paisley still making a rush for it. Paisley still has it to McLean. McLean shot. And it's a save by the goalie. Nice shot attempt there by McLean. Face-off coming up in the blue zone with Shepherd, Paisley, Stella, Markowski, and McShane coming out for the Canadiens. Off the draw. It's going to come back to Shepherd. Shepherd plays it back down low. Goes to McShane. McShane looking for Markowski down low. Markowski picks that up. Runs into a couple of Bedford players. Still picked up though. And Stella back to McShane. McShane fires it back to Stella. Stella fires. That goes up high off a stick. Bedford picks it up down low in their zone. They try to go D to D. Keegan Stella steals it away. Trying to get it to McShane. Intercepted. Gets it back. Kept in. Nice play by McShane. It's gonna be a penalty. Yes! Woo! Would have been a delayed penalty to Bedford, but Markowski finds the back of the net for the Canadiens. With 5:35 to play in the first. Canadiens on the board. Out for the Canadiens, McLean, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert, Shepherd, and Paisley. Off the draw, comes back to Shepherd. He goes to get it to Paisley. And Paisley, under pressure, gets it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick goes off the wall, trying to get it to McLean. That's offside. Woo! It's going to be kept in. And Kirkpatrick gets a stick on that. Now Paisley, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert, Bedford comes away with it. Shot! And just like that, it's 1-1. Coming out, we have Dara, McDougall, Gargano, Miller, and Scott. Off the draw, it comes back to Scott. Scott plays it up to McDougall. McDougall now is going to play it deep. Gargano down low. And they go for the straight. And that pass goes back. Deflection out front, goes up over top of McFarland. And Bedford is up 2-1. Coming out for the Canadiens is Markowski, McShane, Stella, and Hoyt. Off the draw, straight back to Chase Stella. He goes to Markowski. Markowski flips it in. It's going to be picked up by the Bedford player, but Markowski steals it back. Now Stella fires, and that's a save by the goalie. Face-off coming up in the Bedford zone. Off the draw, out front. Picked up by Bedford. Comes back to Hoyt. Hoyt fans on the shot, gets it back a second time. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone, picked up by McShane. McShane has Markowski with him. Markowski picks it up, plays it back to Chase Stella. He fires out front, picked up. Markowski picks it up again, plays it back to Stella. Save out front. Rebound gathered up by Bedford, but it's going to be icing. So we're going to head back down into the Bedford zone. Coming out for the Canadiens, Kirkpatrick, McLean, Gilbert. Staying out on D is Hoyt and Stella. Off the draw, Kirkpatrick working it down low. Bedford has possession. They go D to D, play it up off the half wall. Stella plays his man back into the neutral zone. It's going to come back, but then they play it down deep. Hoyt picks it up, plays it back, and struggle out front. It's going to be Kirkpatrick who comes away with it. Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick still has it. Kirkpatrick plays it, goes down low into the Bedford zone. Gilbert pressuring, trying to get a stick on it. They play the half, and Kirkpatrick picks it up again, gets it back to Shepherd. Shepherd back to Kirkpatrick, and that comes into the neutral zone, gathered up by Paisley. Paisley's going to play it back to Kirkpatrick at the blue line, but he can't handle the pass. It just goes straight to the Bedford player in the neutral zone. That's picked up, and Paisley is back. That's going to be offside. That was a little bit of a weird play. Going to be picked up by Paisley. Paisley fires it back. And on the wall, Bedford picks it up. Play out front. Save by McFarland. Good job, Cam. Yeah, I don't blame you. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Gargano with Dara, McDougall. They're going to play it back to their D. Shot, save, and that's a goal. It's another bouncing puck. Gets over the top of Garland. So Canadiens with some work to do here. 2.5 to play in the first. Off the draw, it's possession to the Canadiens. Miller fires that, it goes outside. So face-off coming up just outside the Bedford zone. Off the draw, Bedford plays it back to their D. They go up the half wall, Scott intercepts that, but it gets poked ahead. Gargano gets a stick on that. Comes back the other way. Fire it down low. Gargano plays it around the net looking for Miller. Miller fires it around looking for Dara. Dara has McDougall high. McDougall now. McDougall with an opportunity. Oh my God, it goes off the crossbar. I thought it was inside, but they say off the crossbar and out. McDougall trying to get a stick on it. Comes back the other way. They fire it up. Scott, stick on that. McDougall comes back. Gargano now. And that's picked up by Miller. Gargano plays it back to Miller. Miller plays it up. Finds McShane. McShane goes to Keegan Stella. Stella plays it forward back to McShane. McShane. Rebound, save, out to the slot, Mikowski, yeah! Woo! Attaboy, Sammy! Markowski puts another one on the board. Beauty pass from, I believe, Keegan Stella down low as goalie was out of position after making the initial save. Leaves a wide open cage for Markowski. 3-2. Markowski has it again. Looking for options as he's taken down and kept in by Chase Stella. Bedford's on the way back. Good back check by Keegan Stella. Keegan Stella now has Markowski with him. Keegan Stella driving towards the net. Bedford gets a stick on it. And good job there by McShane. He's going to regroup. We're 41 seconds here. Plays it up to Markowski. Markowski plays it back to Stella. Stella has McShane. McShane can't get the shot off. Bedford coming back the other way. And they're just going to play it deep and go for a change. 26 seconds left in the period. And Keegan Stella's that's Chase Stella on the move. Plays it deep. Down low is McLean. McLean and McShane. Say that 5 times fast. And now Markowski on the back check and Stella. Good play. Bouncing puck, 7 seconds, 3. And Canadiens are just going to wile it down the ice. So heading into the second period, Canadiens down by 1, 3-2. All right, starting off the second period, we are going to see Stella and Hoyt on D. Up top, we've got McLean, Gilbert, and Kirkpatrick. Alrighty. the draw. A little bit of a scramble. Push and shove match. Kirkpatrick comes away with it. Kirkpatrick fires it deep into the zone. Picked up down low by Bedford. They go for the... That's going to be kept in by Stella. He's going to fire, and they're going to go for the... Hold on. Goalie's going to hold on to it up for the face-off in their zone. Canadiens will stick with these 5 for the face-off. And off the draw, Canadiens win it. Kirkpatrick goes back to Stella. Stella back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick over to McLean. Intercepted. Or I should say Gilbert. Intercepted. And that's going to be kept in by Stella again. He goes back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick fires it down deep. Down in below. Or in behind the good draw there by McLean. McLean gets it back to Gilbert. Gilbert plays it out front. Bouncing puck. Bedford gets it. Kirkpatrick gets a stick on it. Hoyt's going to pick it up. Plays it back to McLean. McLean fires it in. Kirkpatrick now trying to get a stick on it, but now they got to bail out. They're going to go back D to D, and Stella's going to fire it in deep. Canadiens going for a full change here. Coming out is Paisley, Shepherd, McDougall, Gargano, and Dara. It's going to get played down into the Canadian zone. They try to go back to their D. McDougall's taken down, and that's going to go outside of the ice surface, so face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Off the draw, Gargano gets it back to Shepherd. Shepherd going to Paisley. Paisley quickly to Dara. Dara mishandles it. Gets played back down. Gargano picks it up, plays it forward to Dara. Dara trying to push it forward here. Still working along the board, still has it. Nice effort there by Dara. Tries to get it to McDougall, intercepted by Bedford. Bedford. They go up the half wall. They're coming back the other way. Paisley. They play it deep. Shepherd picks it up in behind the net. Pushes his man forward. Bedford still has possession though. They play it back to their D. McDougall is pressuring, and that's intercepted by Gargano. Gets a stick. Oh, they still get the shot off, but gets a stick and picked up in the neutral or in the slot by McDougall. McDougall on his own here. McDougall waiting, tries to play it over. They get a stick on it and take possession. They're going to go for the wide pass. Saw that one coming. And Paisley back, as is Miller. Stella on the back check. That gets taken away. Bedford player off the bench comes through. Miller going through. And McDougall still working along the boards. Comes back. Paisley picks it up. Paisley now has a couple of Bedford players on him, and now that's McShane. Paisley comes away with it. Paisley looking for options. Intercepted. Bouncing puck. It's going to get out. Lucky play there for the Canadiens. Stella along the boards. It gets pushed back into the Bedford zone. And now Markowski trying to get a stick on it. Going to come back to Paisley. Paisley's going to fire it in. And now Markowski and Stella. Bedford goes for the outlet pass. So Max from Bedford goes for the pass for the chip in front. And that's intercepted by McShane. Bedford gets it back though in the feet. And that is taken away by Beckett McShane, but then it gets pushed down. And it's going to be Scott who picks it up. Scott now fires it around looking for Keegan Stella. Stella has it down low. He regains. He's going for the high pass to Markowski, but it's intercepted in the neutral zone by Bedford. McShane trying to get a good play there by Scott. Scott now. Scott has Markowski with him. Scott fires. It's going to get a stick on it and go wide down into the corner. Kirkpatrick tried to get a stick on that. Bedford though, good play there by Chase Stella. Plays it back again. Now Kirkpatrick's in there trying to get a stick on it. And it gets played back, and now Gilbert's in a foot chase. A foot race, I should say. That's played forward by McLean. McLean has Kirkpatrick. It's a blocked shot. Out front, Kirkpatrick picks it up down low. Bedford gets it on the wall. It's kept in by McLean. Kirkpatrick has it, fires it, trying to get it to Gilbert. Bedford picks it up in the slot, and they make their way into the neutral zone. Hoyt trying to keep his man to the outside. Hoyt down low. Trying to get it up the wall to Kirkpatrick. They're along the boards there. Hoyt plays it over to Stella. Stella going for the cross ice pass. Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick now trying to get there. Kirkpatrick still has it. Kirkpatrick down low. Plays it back. Looking for options. Tries to get the shot off. Rebound by McDougall. McDougall down low now as Kirkpatrick goes for it. And Gargano back to McDougall. Save. Rebounds live. Backhands. Slot. Gargano back to Stella. Play out front. Puck still loose. Down low. Hoyt. And that's going to go. It should be ice. No, they're waving it off. Picked up by Chase Stella. Plays it up high. Dara has it, making his way through the neutral zone. Dara still has it. Has McDougall. Fires over top of the net. Gargano picks it up. Gargano to Dara. Dara working it in behind the net. McDougall comes in to assist. McDougall steals it away. Keeps it in. Plays it down to Dara. Dara has that poked away. And McShane comes out. And Stella. Good offensive pressure here by the Canadiens. McDougall pokes it away again. McShane picks it up. McShane goes back to Stella. Fires. Save. And it's a save. Woo! Good opportunities by the Canadiens on those last couple of shifts. 3-2 still for Bedford. Face-off coming up in the blue zone. Markowski, McShane, Stella, Paisley, Shepard. Markowski has it along the boards. He's got a couple of Bedford players on him. McShane now working it. Plays it over, looking for Stella. No one home. Bedford coming back the other way. Paisley. He gets that. That's going to be a penalty to Bedford. And that's going to be a hooking penalty to Bedford as they will head to the box. Interference is actually the call. So we're going to head to the power play. Out for the power play is Stella, Markowski, McShane, Paisley, and Shepard. It's going to come back to Shepard. Shepard down to Markowski. Markowski down to McShane. McShane goes back to Paisley. Paisley fired. Nope. Back to McShane. McShane. He's going to fire. Goes off a foot. Picked up by Markowski. Markowski fires it back to Paisley. Paisley fires. That's just wide of the net. And Bedford's going to clear it. It's going to be picked up by Shepard down low. Plays it back to Paisley. Paisley gets it up to McShane. McShane. Oh, shoot, sorry. McShane coming through the neutral zone. And they're offside. And McShane picks it back up. Has Stella. Plays it back to Markowski. Markowski goes to Shepard. Sorry, Miller. Miller has joined. And right into the slot. And what a play by Isaac Miller. Keeping it in at the blue line. Gets it down to McShane. McShane goes back to Stella. Stella doubles back. Over. Save. Can't get the rebound. McShane tries the backhand. Can't get the rebound. Markowski picks it up. Markowski trying for the Hattie. And that's the goal! Yes! Woo! Beckett McShane with the equalizer on the power play. And I will say, that happened because Isaac Miller kept it in at the blue line. Beauty play by Isaac Miller there. McLean, Kirkpatrick, Gilbert. Kirkpatrick now has it off the draw. Bedford flips it forward, bouncing puck, kept out. Bedford driving towards the net. That's Gilbert who picks it up. Gilbert takes a bump to the head, and he's taken down again. Woo! Scott goes to Miller. Miller trying to get it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick along the boards. Bedford comes away with it. Bedford still has it. Play into the slot. It's going to be picked up by Miller. Miller has Kirkpatrick with him. Kirkpatrick's got to stay on side. Miller down low. He takes a bump. Bedford comes back the other way. McLean. Oh, bouncing puck. They go through the neutral zone. And that's going to be picked up by Hoyt. Hoyt under pressure is going to play it down low. McLean is there. Kirkpatrick steals it away, and Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick going for the pass to McDougall. He does, but bouncing puck gets back to Bedford. And Kirkpatrick steals it away again, and he's taken down. No call on the play. McDougall still has it. McDougall to Dara. Dara trying to get the shot off. Gargano off the bench, tries to get a stick on it. Good job by Stella there to keep it in as a Bedford player runs into a brick wall at Stella at the blue line. 2:39 to play here. Face-off coming up in the Bedford zone. Gargano, McDougall, Dara, Hoyt, and Stella. Bedford comes away with it. Comes back too far. Hoyt's there. He's going to fire it down to McDougall. McDougall looking to get it over to Stella. Stella. And now Hoyt. Good communication there by Stella and Hoyt. Gargano trying to pass over. Gets it to Dara. Dara tries to chip it forward. Caught up on the wall. McDougall and Dara working together, but Bedford comes away with it. Gargano trying to get a stick on it. Bedford coming back. Good job by Dara there. Keeps it in. It's going to get played back the other way. Hoyt now, they fan on the deep. Plays it to Dara. Comes off the wall. Bedford plays it back. Hoyt. Plays it back to Stella. Stella doubles back. Looking for options. Fires it off the wall to Dara. Bedford gets it though. Dara gets it back. Goes for the pass to McDougall. McDougall fires. And it's a save. Gargano trying to get in there for the rebound, but the goalie's going to cover it. Face-off coming up in the blue zone with McShane, Markowski, Keegan Sella, Paisley, and Shepherd. Off the draw, Markowski gets possession. Stella into assist as Markowski's getting manhandled along the boards there. Sorry, that's McShane. McShane goes back to Paisley. Paisley fires it over to Shepherd. Shepherd goes down low to Stella. Stella doubles back. Stella looking for options. Leaves it for Markowski. Markowski goes back to Shepherd. Shepherd fires wide of the net. McShane tries to get a stick on it. McShane. Now Paisley. Bedford fires, goes to the outside of the net. And that's going to be picked up by Stella. Stella plays it up to McShane. McShane plays it up to Markowski. Markowski has it. He's under pressure though. Comes back the other way. Still has it. Getting all kinds of... Sam Markowski with the Hattie. What a nice shot as he's being pulled down. Puts the Canadiens ahead by 1. And we've got 31 seconds to play here in the second period. Out for the Canadiens, Kirkpatrick, McLean, Gilbert, Miller off the draw. It's under McLean. And Miller's gonna come up and play it deep. That's Gilbert and Kirkpatrick on the forecheck. It's going to come back though. Bedford coming back, and now Miller trying to get there. Miller keeping his man to the outside. Good job, and try to get it saved by McFarland. 5 seconds here. Now Kirkpatrick trying to block it. It's blocked out front, and heading into the third. Canadiens have a 1-goal lead. All right, starting off for the third period, we're going to see Gilbert with McLean, Kirkpatrick, Scott, and Miller. 4-3 for the Canadiens. Off the draw, it's going to get played back to Bedford. Bedford now, Gilbert on the forecheck there. They go D to D. McLean trying to get a stick on it. That gets underneath Scott. And play into the front, blocked by Kirkpatrick, and now McLean takes it. McLean goes up to Gilbert. Gilbert coming up, has Kirkpatrick and McLean with them. They get a stick out front. That's going to come back to Miller. Miller's going to play it down low, and now Gilbert trying to pick it up. Gilbert plays it back to Scott. Scott out front. Kirkpatrick. Oh, nice try on the shot, but it's blocked. They play it back the other way. Bedford chips it forward. That's going to be picked up by Miller. Miller plays it back to Scott. Scott plays it up to Gilbert. Gilbert quickly to McLean, but it's intercepted. And it goes back down to Scott. Plays it over to Miller. Miller to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick picks it up, plays it to McLean. McLean making his way into the neutral zone under pressure. And wow, Gilbert picks that up. Has Kirkpatrick with him. Plays it down low to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick now trying to find Stella. Goes back to Stella. Stella goes back to Hoyt. Hoyt, bouncing puck. They get a stick on it. Goes down low. Kirkpatrick picks it up again. Kirkpatrick and Gargano working together. Back to Stella. Stella keeps it in. And that's going to sneak by. But now Hoyt. Hoyt, got to pick it up. He fires it out. Finds McDougall. McDougall. Gives it to Stella. Stella's going to fire it deep into the zone. Down low, Dare tries to get a stick on it. They're going to go in the neutral zone. Come back the other way is Bedford. Bedford now. They'll do the drop pass. Gargano gets in the way of that, allows chase. Stella's taken down. That's a penalty. Hoyt picks it back up, plays it over. McDougall's got to get there. Stella. Bouncing puck, blocked out front by Hoyt. And McDougall gets it again, but it doesn't get out. That's going to come down low to Hoyt. Hoyt trying to get it up. It's played back. And now McDougall under pressure. McDougall, and he's pushed off. Gargano tries to get a stick on it. Bedford coming back the other way. And that's going to be taken away by Keegan Stella. Oh! Call is offside. Face-off coming up outside of the blue zone. Keegan Stella had his eye on the prize there. All right, McShane, Markowski, Stella, Shepard, and Paisley. Comes back to Shepard. Shepard quickly to Paisley. Paisley quickly to Stella. Stella fires it deep. McShane on the chase. McShane and Markowski. Markowski steals that away, but it goes a little too far. Markowski down low. Shepard pokes up, plays it back to Markowski. Markowski trying to get it to McShane. Blues player does his job. Pokes it away. Comes back in the neutral zone to Paisley. Paisley quickly to Shepard. Shepard, quick little pass up to Markowski. Now Stella. Oh! I don't know about that one. I think we were still onside on that one. Unless they saw something I didn't. All right. Face off once again. McShane goes down. Markowski keeps it in. Markowski down low to Stella. Stella goes back to Paisley. Paisley fires. Oh, didn't miss by much. Picked up by Markowski. Comes back to Shepard. Shepard, he fires. Blocked out front. Goes down low. And McShane takes it away. McShane has it poked away, but Paisley fires a rocket. Markowski. Oh! Up off the glass. Back to Shepard. Shepard fires. Goes off a stick. It's down low. McShane picks it back up. McShane working along the boards. Bedford comes away with it. And nice play by Shepard as he keeps it in. They do pick it back up, though. And that comes back. It's going to be Paisley. Assist. They pick it up to McShane. McShane chips it forward to Markowski. Markowski has it. Looking for options. Plays it down low to Stella. Stella has McShane out front. Under pressure. Goes cross ice. Intercepted in the slot. And McShane on the back check. And that's going to get kept out and fired back the other way. Looks like it's going, nope, no icing. As Bedford picks it up, McLean, Kirkpatrick, and Gilbert come on. And that's an errant pass. Going to be picked up by Scott. Scott fires it over to Miller. Kirkpatrick trying to get there. Kirkpatrick gets it to McLean, but it goes back the other way to Scott. Scott to Gilbert. Gilbert quickly to McLean. Kirkpatrick picks it up in the neutral zone, but leaves it. Overskates it, gets it to McLean. McLean, Kirkpatrick, and Gilbert all now. Backs back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick comes back the other way. Tries to play it back to the D. It's taken away by him, though. Bedford coming back the other way. Miller. And that's a goal. To play, 4-4, Gargano, McDougall, Dara, Stella, and Hoyt. Off the draw, comes back to Stella, so quickly to Hoyt, Hoyt to Dara, Dara trying to get it deep. Comes back the other way, goes to Stella. Stella fires it up. Neutral zone. Blues pick it up. Coming back the other way. And that's a glove save by McFarland. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Change for the Canadiens. Coming out is Markowski, Stella, and McShane. Off the draw, it's a save by McFarland. Makes its way into the Blues zone as it was touched by the Blues player. Markowski down low now. They get it up on the wall. That's going to get picked up by Markowski. Markowski tries to flip it over. Comes back to Stella. Stella, he's going to fire out front. McShane tries the backhand. Yes! Woo! Sam Markowski is having a game, folks. What a kid. 4 on the board for Markowski this game. Attaboy, Cappy! Off the draw, Stella now. Stella off to the races. He fires. That one just goes high. Gonna be picked up as Hoyt pinches in. Bedford has it down low. Kept in by McShane. That goes off the netting. So it'll be a face-off in the Bedford zone. Coming on for the Canadiens is McLean, Gilbert in his own jersey, Kirkpatrick, Shepard, and Paisley. Off the draw, scramble, scramble. Bedford comes away with it. Gilbert gets a stick on it. Bedford coming back the other way. Shepard keeping his man to the outside. Good play there by Shepard. Good assist by Kirkpatrick. It's picked up in down low. Shepard working hard along the boards. Bedford plays it back to their D. Gilbert, block shot. They get it back though. Another block shot. Gonna be picked up. Down low. It's Paisley. Paisley goes back the other way. Stands on the shot, or the pass attempt, picked up by McLean. McLean plays it off the boards, but it doesn't get out in the slot. Good job by Paisley, and it's going to be a penalty. As Shepard was out front, I thought it was just good positioning, but call is penalty. Trying to get my stuff set. Stella fires that deep. Stella, McShane, Miller, Scott. McShane has it back to Stella. Woo! That's a short-handed goal by, I believe it was Beckett. Woo! So still on the PK, but a shorty on the board. McDougall, Markowski, Miller, Scott out. Possession to Bedford. McDougall pressuring. And Miller's going to fire that down the ice. Bedford picks it up in behind their net. They start the breakout. Coming up through the neutral zone. McDougall with good pressure. Pass it over. Markowski gets a stick on that. And that goes off of Scott. They double back the other way. Shot out front. It goes off a skate. Goes down low. Miller trying to get a stick on it. Bedford still has it. Save. And it comes out to Markowski. Tries to chip it out. McDougall does. Flip it out and down. And now Markowski in a foot race. Markowski gets there. Markowski taking a beating against the boards here by a few Bedford players. Miller fires it back. Bedford comes back the other way. McDougall on goes back the other way. And Stella gets a stick on that, makes it go high. Dara trying to get it out. Dara muscling along the boards. Comes back to Stella. Stella, get it out, buddy. There we go. Goes all the way down the ice. Dara, Gargano. Comes back to Stella. He gets it out. Bedford's got to tag up. They're going to push it deep. Hoyt now. Hoyt trying to get there. Runs into a couple of Bedford players along the boards once again. Bedford comes away with it. They go back to their D. 6 seconds left on the power play for Bedford. Hoyt gets it out. Gargano trying to get it out. They's kept in. And that is going to get out. And now Kirkpatrick off the bench. Kirkpatrick. penalty kill. Kirkpatrick sneaks in off the bench and gets another one for the Canadiens. 2:43 to play here. 7-4 as the Canadiens are ahead of Bedford. Kirkpatrick again plays it down low. Picked up by Bedford as they try to clear the zone. They do. That gets shipped past Stella. Now Hoyt picks it up. Plays it over to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick plays it back. Goes up, looking to clear it up to McLean. Bedford keeps it in. Hoyt picks it back up. Plays it around to find Gilbert. Gilbert, under pressure, doubles back. 2 minutes to play here. Kirkpatrick gets a stick on that, but can't handle the pass. And now Bedford, and big save by McFarland. Good play by Cam McFarland there. Bedford looking for the rebound, none to be had as Cam keeps that one in front of him. Markowski, Stella, McShane, Shepherd, and Paisley out as we close in on the final 2 minutes of this game. And Paisley plays it forward to Stella. Stella flips it forward, and here's McShane. McShane loses his footing, gathers it back. Oh, boy! Woo! And the floodgates have opened for the Canadiens as McShane goes top corner. Canadiens will stick with these 5. Off the draw, Bedford gets possession. Stella gathers that away, but Bedford gets it back. Comes back to Shepherd. Shepherd working along the boards, moves it forward. And now Markowski, Stella, Shepherd, all. And good job by Shepherd to keep that in as he was floating with the blue line. Bedford tries to clear it. Stella picks it back up. Bedford steals it away. That should be icing. Looks like they're going to wave it off as Paisley gets there. Avoids a bump along the boards. And Paisley to McShane to Stella. Stella with Markowski. Stella still driving towards. And that's a save by the goalie. Bedford picks up the rebound. Last minute of play here in the game. Bedford goes for the drop pass. They push it down deep. That's Shepherd on the chase. Shepherd picks it up, plays it back to Paisley. Paisley plays it to Stella. Stella going to the lead pass up to Markowski. Markowski doubles back, plays it back, finds Paisley. Paisley goes to Miller. Miller takes it back. Last 20 seconds to go here as the Canadiens are looking just to finish this one out with a 8-4 win. Gargano at middle ice has it poked away, plays it back. They fire it down, and call will be icing with 5 seconds left on the clock. It will be a face-off in the Canadian zone with McDougall, Gargano, Dara, Miller, and Scott. And off the draw, Blues do get it, but we get a stick on it, and Cam with the last minute save. And that's the game, as the Canadiens will take this one 8-4 and get a win on the board here at the Ed. Next game tomorrow, 1:45, where we will be playing, who will we be playing tomorrow? Can't remember at this moment, but I'll be here. I'll stick around and see who wins player of the game. I think I know who should get it. We will see. Happy to say the Canadiens will not be singing the blues after this one as they get a win as we head into day 3 of the Ed tomorrow. It's a marathon.
Player of the game from Bedford Blues, number 15, Jordan Wilson. Player of the game from Bedford Canadiens, number 86.
Sam Markowski with player of the game, no doubt there. Amazing game by Sammy. Good effort by everyone on the team. Hopefully they're ready to come and grab another dub tomorrow. We'll see everybody then.